Let's start now. The ultimate taboo. The battlefield of Shinjuku has seen many horrors, but nothing compares to the sight currently unfolding in the center of the crater. Satoru Gojo is standing. The man who was severed in half, the man who was declared dead by the King of Curses himself, is back on his feet. But the soul behind those 6 eyes isn't the teacher we knew. It is the Prodigy of Curse, Yuta Okkotsu, who has discarded his humanity, his body, and his very future to pilot the corpse of his mentor. It is a grotesque, desperate, and magnificent gamble. Sukuna, for the first time in 1,000 years, looks unsettled. He isn't facing a ghost. He is facing a fusion of the 2 greatest sorcerers of the modern era. Welcome to episode 10. The 3-minute countdown to the end of the world begins now. Scene 1. The mechanics of the monster. The episode opens with Yuta in Gojo's body adjusting to the sensory overload of the 6 eyes. The animation depicts his vision as a digital, multi-layered scan of the entire universe. Every molecule, every spark of cursed energy, and every vibration in the air is being fed into his brain at once. The narrator explains the Kenjaku Technique. Yuta has 5 minutes of total manifestation. If the 5 minutes end while he is in this body, he might die, stay trapped as a corpse, or lose his technique forever. He only has one chance to use Gojo's ultimate weapon. Sukuna, recovering from his shock, begins to laugh. "You really are a monster, Okkotsu, to crawl into your teacher's skin just to get another taste of me." Sukuna performs his hand sign, GOJO/YUT, mimics it perfectly. Scene 2. The final domain clash. Simultaneously, both titans roar their commands. Domain expansion. Unlimited void. Domain expansion. Malevolent Shrine. The collision is even more violent than the first time. Yuta has narrowed the range of the unlimited void to its absolute minimum. A small, dense barrier that can withstand the external slashes of the Malevolent Shrine. Inside the barrier, time and space are compressed. Sukuna and Yuta engage in a hand-to-hand struggle that shatters the very concept of physics. Yuta is using Gojo's memories to fight. He moves like Gojo, strikes like Gojo, but the intent is all Yuta. He uses blue to crush Sukuna's ribs and red to blast him through the internal walls of the domain. But Sukuna is a combat genius. He realizes Yuta isn't yet fully synchronized with the body. He targets the lag in Yuta's reactions, landing a heavy blow to the head that makes the void flicker. Scene 3. The 3-minute timer. The fight is a race against the clock. Yuta's brain is overheating, even with Orchid. Processing the 6 eyes and Kenjaku's technique is pushing him to the brink of a stroke. On the monitors, the students are watching in a deathly silence. They see their friend's soul burning itself out in their teacher's body. 2 minutes left. Kusakabe shouts. Inside the domain, Yuta is desperate. He realizes he can't win a battle of attrition against Sukuna's Heian form. He needs to land the unlimited void sure hit effect for even a fraction of a second to stun Sukuna. He begins to chant, using the 2 mouths of the body, mental and physical, to accelerate the cursed energy output. Sukuna counters by using domain amplification and his 4 arms to keep Yuta from completing the hand signs for Hollow Purple. Scene 4. The breaking point. Sukuna's Malevolent Shrine finally breaks through the outer shell of Yuta's small-range domain. The slashes rain down on Gojo's body. Yuta's RCX is working overtime, but the damage is mounting. Sukuna grabs Gojo by the throat. "You're a puppet, Okkotsu." A puppet can never defeat a king, but Yuta smiles through the blood. "I'm not a puppet," Yuta gasps. "In the curse." He releases a massive burst of blue directly from his eyes, blinding Sukuna for a split second. In that moment of darkness, Yuta performs a purple with 0 charge-up time. The explosion is localized, blowing off 2 of Sukuna's arms and shattering the shrine's central pillar once again. Both domains collapse, leaving both fighters exhausted in the ash of Shinjuku. Scene 5. The soul recoil. The 5-minute timer hits 0. Yuta collapses. The blue light in Gojo's eyes fades, and he falls face first into the dirt. Sukuna is also on his knees, his Heian form heavily damaged, his cursed energy almost depleted. It seems like a stalemate of corpses. But Yuji Itadori is still there. While the gods were fighting in the sky, Yuji was preparing. He has been watching Sukuna's soul movements. He realizes that Sukuna's control over Megumi's body is now at its weakest point in history. Yuji walks toward the wounded king. His arms are covered in the blood manipulation scales of his brothers. He isn't screaming. He is breathing with a rhythm that echoes the heartbeat of the earth. Scene 6. The final battle begins. The episode reaches its climax as Yuta's soul seems to drift away from Gojo's body. We see a vision of Yuta in a white void, looking at a sleeping Rika. "I'm sorry, Rika," he whispers. "I think I'm staying here back in the real world." Sukuna tries to stand up, but his legs buckle. He looks up to see Yuji Itadori standing over him, his fist pulled back, glowing with the most intense black flash energy ever recorded. But Sukuna isn't done. He reaches into the black box of his soul and pulls out a final flickering flame. "Fuga open," Sukuna whispers. The episode ends with the two of them lunging at each other, the brat and the king, in a final, desperate collision. The screen cuts to black as the narrator says, "The era of the strongest is over. The era of the human has begun." The final suspense. The ghost is still, and the brat is rising. Yuta's fate. Has Yuta Okkotsu truly died in Gojo's body, or can his soul return to his original form? The final black flash. Can Yuji's strike finally sever the connection between Sukuna and Megumi? The king's last stand? What is the true nature of Sukuna's Fuga? And can Yuji survive a point-blank fire arrow? If you're crying for Yuta and cheering for Yuji, smash that like button and subscribe. We are in the final 3 episodes of the series. Press the bell icon for episode 11, where Yuji Itadori finally shows the world why he was born. Who do you think will land the final blow, Yuji or the soul of Megumi? Let us know in the comments. End of episode 10.